Come on, you waited for this. Come on, you dumb fucks. Come on, monkey niggas. Come on, dumbass machine. By the time you work it out, you won't be no more. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, tones, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. I'm saying I'm not some master teacher. No, am I some pastor or preacher? Was released represent passion to speak up after doing 25 years. Yeah. That's bad. Realize they tried to teach us spiritual, mental, physical diet. They tried to feed us the fire of our ancestors resides in each of us. With that, I'm inspired to turn this heat up. Oh, what's up, baby? I'm gonna have to get a couple more of these. These things tear easily, bro. They tear easily, bro. But my disability placard, I'm gonna get it on my license too, just to have a license. Even though I don't need a license plate and all that dumb shit, but I'm not gonna do all that other goofy stuff. Maybe I get some new age motherfucker tasks for coming out to try and sway me so I can burn that motherfucker with real laws and information that they don't teach these motherfuckers. I didn't stick them in the ground. There were people over there, you know, when people have people who have passed the war, as somebody who was a veteran, I respect that space. Even though it was for the same thing, I like to make mine personal. I want them to be able to know that when they see me, they'll know, like I said, it's for me. So the 5, they're all good. And all the other ones, but the 5 that I know more, but I don't get into that. But the 5, yeah. So a couple of them shouldn't even died in battle. I don't know how that happened. Sometimes I think they walked across one of these goofy ass agencies doing something they weren't supposed to do, and they took my boys out because, you know, they're gonna respect. That's why I keep telling y'all, if you're out doing something, you're armed to the teeth, and you see these motherfuckers come, shoot it out. Don't be a sitting duck for them to kill you. Fucking, you know, I'm not advocating violence. I am talking about beyond the scope of what people know. You know, I'm speaking on something that's based upon a fact. Fucking, you're gonna get them. Don't be afraid and all that stuff. Take it to them. Okay? I got my lavender. All right? And is it in the back? Let me see. I'm sitting in the AC. All right, now I'll tell you in a minute for those who don't know. Oh, there you go. I'm down the last bit of coconut oil, and it'll last. I'm gonna pick up a couple of them, but they last for like months. And I should have bought some. Like I said, I'm missing like almost $600. Besides, 5, 6, 7, 85, 75. That's over almost $2,000, y'all. I'm still waiting to come back. So I don't like to share my information, but I have no secrets. This is the way it is. You know what I mean? So these will be being put on. my armor, my what you call it, armor stuff. My these are real good. I know I did a little live talking about these, but they're not the best. I think with acupuncture, these would benefit with the copper threading and stuff. Like this right here. This is like this right here. Live Limitless. This is phenomenal. And I remember Copper Fit. Oh, you remember me when we was painting and wearing this stuff. And then I have my other Total Infinity. This has copper in it as well. And then I put on top of that, I throw this one on top of the one with the brace. I could put it underneath, but it really tightens up pretty good. I know I put it underneath. This goes on first, and then because the government's full of shit as far as sending the right side. I don't know who these mad people they have working at the VA. Last time I ordered my my braces, they were big. It wasn't because I lost weight. I was actually bigger, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I put this underneath, and then this, that support right there, goes on top. And there's a lot of, and it works pretty good, but it robs your core. That's why it's good to plank and shit like that. I know it hurts me, but you got to do it. You know what I mean? So I know it's a lot of copper stuff. I had to buy this out of my pocket, all this stuff right here. And I'm not really pushing anything. I'm not running. So, but if I decide to jog, I need to put that shit on. I don't know. They're saying, oh, if you go to the VA, you can get those compression things. I says, oh, the new guy at the VA that Trump put in, he's supposed to, man, I don't think so. I think they're full of shit. They still pushing the goddamn vax, you know. They're no fucking good, you know. And for you veterans who know this, I don't care your fake ethnicity and colors. I can't stand that bullshit. I don't care where you are in the world. Like, get the best help you had. I got a friend who's a Ukrainian who fought on the side of the Ukrainians. They made him. He was a veteran. He 4 years in the army here. And he went over there to take care of his parents. And he was pissed off because he was buying into the lies. And so he lost half a foot. He was like, I guess like the 8th or 9th month, and he fought for like, I don't know, I forget how long. He was like out there for a couple of tours. And he said they were even targeted by the drones, making sure they were fighting by Ukraine. Yo, these governments, there's scientists everywhere. They are harming even the soldiers that are fighting. I don't get this. And then over here, everybody's blind to what's really going on. Land of the free and the dumb. But he said, man, I was grateful that he survived, man. And he was real sorrowful to a couple of his Russian friends. And, you know, what do you do when you don't have a large network to protect you? You know, you can't buy, you know, you can't be like, you know, saying these idiots, you know, getting all these ex-Navy SEALs who are, you know what I mean? They're not the good guys, as security protecting you. And then he shared, you know, he sent me a kite, if you get what I'm saying. And coded, I can't go into it, but he was like, it's really bad out there. They're not even picking, the Ukrainians are not even picking up their fucking dead, bro. The Americans, I don't care if they're ex-Delta, Special Force, whatever, out there fighting, they're not the CIA guys that created this war. The Mossad, whatever you want to call it. I don't care about all that. They're just leaving their bodies to rot. And they can pick them up. The Russians even allowed them to go and pick up their dead. The Russians pick up and collect their dead to give to the Ukrainians. Who's really the bad guy? I mean, I had a good friend of mine went over to Russia while this shit was going on, the end of last year or somewhere in the mid. He said it's clean, it's beautiful. He said the same thing about Iran, man. Y'all are being lied to so bad, man. You know? Y'all being lied to so bad. Oh, you still there, bro? Put up a 1, man. Because I think the bots came and they're gone. I don't know. Let me turn this music off. And I'm sitting in the AC. And let me check the internet. App installed. Android Auto disconnected. Anyway, it's like 110 degrees over here, 111 degrees. I I did some work, which I showed y'all. I went lined up. But right now, I'm not about to do anything on that. I mean, I can. I just got through taking a sun shower. Oh, put a 1 in there, bro. I'll sign this and just start up another one. It don't bother me one way or the other. I can say everything all over again. My friend who's Ukrainian fought in the last year. Well, he fought for a little bit. All the way up somewhere in this, I don't know, was it last year or the year before? He was fighting over there for a minute, he said. I don't know if it was 3 or 6 months, so I gotta ask him again. He lost half his foot. Got shot dragging somebody that got hit by a drone on a ATV. Yeah, pretty messed up. It's pretty bad. But he actually, I don't know if it was aunt and uncle he was taking care of. He was up in his 30s, you know, 38, something like that, 40. Anyway, he fought for a minute. And he was talking about all the people dying, bro. He says, oh man, he says it's just it's merciless, it's crazy. He didn't even know that our people invented drones. I said, shit, we invented 3D, we invented X-ray, we invented all GPS. We invented all that shit. And all these fuck fakes keep doing. This is nothing against this is nothing against the religious converts who practice it because they believe in one God. They believe that Jesus existed. Well, whatever. I don't care about all that bullshit. But you know, they're religious and they live cautiously, and they don't want to be part of no military and fighting. They have many friends who have been dead who are Palestinians. You know, the Zionist police over there beating up on these guys who are religious. They're hard against them. And they really won't never pick up a gun. So y'all need to know this. That's why I'm upset with a lot of the, you know, you got that one guy who's got a YouTube channel, Black Thought. You know, this guy, he looked like he might be Fijian, Andros Islands, or, you know, Hawaiian, indigenous, and he's with that out of Africa goofy stuff. And, you know, I didn't comment to say anything. You know, it's like, you know, you're rebel rousing. And like what I was talking about earlier is like, I hate stupid ass racists and people who try to be marginalized because they got a little this, that, and the other, but their ideology is in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I did that. How's the music gonna come back on when I turned it off? It's rhyming bass drops. Anyway, it's like 110, 111 degrees right now, y'all. I'm in AC. It's picking up the outdoor amp temp. It was even higher than that when I got in. It was like 116. So it went down. You know what I mean? I could go out there and work on it and be sweating up a storm. I know in like 2-3 days it's going to be raining. I'm never discouraged, so don't worry about that. I just get to a point where it's like, okay, what do I got to do now? Do I have to sacrifice again? You know, there are things I miss. I miss going out to the park where it's pretty hot, seeing who's out there, contacting their family from the res, making sure they got food, and maybe a couple of dollars. You know, a couple of them might take them to get a haircut where I was going to get my hair dyed platinum white, or, you know, the color is going. I was going to get it dyed for you guys when I had the mohawk, you know, and I was like, nah, I ain't do it. So I would take them like, hey guys, I'm not getting the 87 blah, blah, so I don't want dyes or chemicals. That's the reason why. And, you know, I never dyed my hair, but anyway. And I said, come on, I take 2 or 3 of them. They get their little drink and they just talking and yada, la, da, 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 and they get a haircut and a clean shave, you know? And those are the things I enjoy. Where the homeless camps at, going and drop, you know, hitting them off with like $15, $20. It don't matter if they get something to drink. I drop off a watermelon, a case of Crystal Geyser water, and it ain't but like $7. You know what I mean? Just those things, you know what I'm saying? I can do it again. It's not as complicated. There's a couple of homeless veterans that walk around. They don't want to be in no home. They want to be around no family. They carry their rucksacks from the military. They even wear their BDU. They wear sometimes their desert boots. I've chatted with a couple of them since I've been running back and forth from the last month. I've given them 20 and 15. They'd be like, no, just give me 15. I'm good. I want to get something to eat and get a couple of things of lemonade. And I know where they're going on the treks. I know where they're heading now. They camp, you know, through the winter and everything. Imagine a world like that. Do you think they'd be homeless? Do you think the veteran that donated that land would be taken advantage of by the Zionists for colleges and all these idiot, new brainwashed, stupid college degree idiots? I know y'all would say, no, they're idiots. You got your degree, you're an idiot. Okay? Trust me, I should know. I've been a big idiot too. And it's to be stuck in their world. And there's no way to see like a way to get out. And they have found a way out. And I talk with them. And you know, I remember somebody in page was like, why don't you interview them and use that footage? A lot of people don't want to be on video. They don't want to talk about, you know, they want to make it through it. And now you have children who wear love and the world on there with hands, colors, and these fucking monkeys are murdering. In Palestine, you have children that have clothes on, missing a leg, and we're not talking, we're talking about mangled. And they have all these colored hands, you know, love the world, and these fuck monkeys, y'all called Jews. I'm not talking about the religious converts, the ones who practice Judaism. I'm talking about the other fake fucks, the pedophiles, the homosexuals, the lesbians, all these sick fucks. Because of a skin color and Hollywood. I have no respect for them. Their destruction is nigh. It doesn't matter, and the enemy did it on purpose. They know it. That's the excuse that Netanyahu, while he's hiding out, when he's removing himself with his little fake-ass fucking staff, that is what they're waiting for. You know, what you call it, protocol, you know, all that bullshit. Because doesn't it tell you in Scripture what God's going to do? Well, why are they implementing and doing all these things? Because they're full of shit. You know, look at the idiot coming here. Do you live in a KFC? They're fucking retarded. I don't care about those goofies, but this is how stupid they are. They're not just marginalized. That's the brain dead. Hey, baby girl Slaughter, what's up? Grand Ascension, hon, how you doing? Yo, so sad, what's happening? What's happening? I find it utter funny that they move so cowardly. I really do. It's sickening. But it is what it is. All right, let's see how long it stays cool before I turn it back on. No, actually, I'm going to turn it back on because it's hot. Yeah, I'm enjoying this AC, y'all. Take it however you want. Hey, beep, 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 beep. Let it ride for 5 to 10 minutes. I want to go out in town and pick up a few things, but I just don't have enough to do it. I mean, I'm not going to dump my stocks in Bitcoin. My Bitcoin is not big anyway because I utilized it before, so it's building back up. I'm not going to do that. I mean, got a week and a half, but there are some things that require. And I know people are really like, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely fine. I'm actually going to flip this tomorrow, okay? I didn't frame out the door. I didn't cut everything on the door yet because it's hot. I can work for about an hour or 2 hours. It'll start cooling off. And I may do that. But I'm going to flip it and I'm going to roll out the flex seal. I don't have the fiberglass. I don't have the resin. I don't have, you know, what I was expressing to you. Because there are a lot of things cost a lot of money. And, you know, food, you know, and then shit that happens. But I'm going to make it work. But I really want to get to a point where you guys are going, not just, oh wow. I want you guys to have a self-appreciation, like, I can do that too. A lot of you have garages. A lot of you have a vehicle, even a vehicle that you can manifest into something in case you need to run for gray out, that you can tin out and hide, you know, for a moment or until you meet up the right people. Negative energy, I'm speaking on specifics. Somebody, that'll be a big target. And worry about the wrong things, man. But anyway, I was gonna actually read. I had just pulled up and I was like, I had the live set up when I was over there, down by the horse stables. And I was like, coming back up, and I was like, I'll wait till I get here and park. Get it cool in here where it's comfortable. I gotta get my coconut oil, rub myself down, my little castor oil, my belly button, and my liver. And I was like, I'm just gonna go live. I was getting ready to sit in the chair and the thing and talk right there. I am not about to be inundated with all these flies. Because they really like that coconut oil, boy, you hear me? But and I'm drinking my cayenne, so you know I'm gonna need my potassium and all that shit. This is really strong. God, there's no lemon or lime. The lime I have 365. That shit is garbage. It's not what it used to be. I forgot I got a couple of these. Oh, the other one has caffeine, and I can't have a whole lot of caffeine, y'all. So speak up, because the caffeine, man, it even though it don't drive me, it does give me a little angst. Okay, so I'm just letting y'all know. I mean, you know, maybe they want to spray caffeine in the air and be like, let's get them, whatever. But it's beautiful to have y'all up in here. I cleared out about 10. I need to clear out about another 60 gigabytes. I may record me working a little bit, like different angles, just to do like a, you know what I'm saying? And then edit them together and then upload like a 25-minute, you know, video, maybe a 30. Just be cutting, measuring, and sizing up. And then tomorrow, like I said, I don't have the wood putty either. It's not expensive, but when you look at everything, you know, it adds up. About $160 worth of stuff, maybe. Now, as far as the polyurethane, I gotta wait. Each one of those little things that I'm getting, it's a 2-in-1 that I'm getting, is about almost $48 each one of those. So that's why the reason why I asked you guys to help. Besides this, about, y'all know me, I got about 50 books, and I'm not gonna share it, baby girl slaughter. You know, I'm gonna get these books first, because y'all going crazy on me, and then I'll share the books with you, and that way you go, all red. To add to your collection, because I know that I've had a lot of people says, man, ever since you've been talking and sharing stuff, their library has grown exponentially, and that's what I want. I want you to have your cousins, your sons, your daughters, your significant other, your husband, your wife, whatever, your auntie, your man, who they like to read, to be able to say it looks interesting, and to be able to communicate some things, to say, well, this is what I've learned. It's the brother that showed me. He's a little wild card, but you know, that like I have, well, on Amazon, and I ain't gonna talk about thrift books. I've got 30 over there waiting, but on Amazon I got well over 115, to be honest. I still have that one book that's about 5,000. I'm gonna get that on my own. All right, my daughter was going to buy it for me, and I told her she better not buy me shit. She gets upset with me, y'all. The fuck is this? What, you don't want $1 million? What the? I'm like, and I know she watches sometimes. And if she was to say, if I was to let her, she'd be like, no, man. I know what she was saying. It drives her crazy. My daughter in Germany wants me to come there and stay. Grandbabies. My other daughter in Florida, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with her. That's her mama. Her mama. You know, when you have garbage parents, they fucks you up, man. Sadly, I'm not saying it to be mean. But everything's coming out and people are seeing it for what it is. You know, I bought my son over $300 plane ticket. The motherfucker let it waste it and say, yo, Pops, go ahead and get the money back. You know, things like that happen. You know, and I bought him that expensive ass Chevy truck and all that. And, you know, I always said, whenever they come of age, because my brother's wife and certain other relatives, you know, they were so clouded because of their fucking disposition of life and how they live, as corrupt as it was, everybody else must be that way. And that's something all of us have probably had to deal with. And it's a disease. It's a soulless place. And then someone say, well, if you're different, it doesn't mean that it affects me. See, that's the difference. The difference is I am different from you. Stop looking at other things. That's none of your fucking business. Y'all can't even hold yourself when I attack things, or when I hold you with the relevance of your importance of existence, and you go outside the narrative. So yeah, when you do dumb shit, like people do dumb shit to me all, and they think I don't know. That's the funny thing, you know. And I'm not here to prove it. I say it, you take it for a grain of salt, you don't, you know, whatever. Maybe you're trained up to be fucking retarded. I don't know, it doesn't matter. And see, that's what someone say, well, if it don't matter, what? Because I want to finish this. I want y'all to be a part of it. When I pull up and be like, hey, yo, we're going fishing. I got room, you can sleep. You want to roll out? You know, get your vehicle. Yo, we'll camp out, and be able to, it's like, not, it's more than eye candy. You know, candy is poison, sugar. I am talking about having something that you can appreciate, and you know that you share like a plank on it. This doesn't mean that you just come up and open with a key, motherfucker, and jump in. I'm doing the work, bitch. This is to share with everybody, and I would like to visit with everybody. I would like to travel. I know we think it's time is short, but you don't live that way. And I'd be like, look, guys, I look at where I'm at with guys, you know, and it would be magnificent. There might be some closer and be like, yo, Greg, we coming through. Yeah, you could have drove your ass 6 hours and visited me, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm always looking to find a way where we can mediate and I can, you know, we're about out of water. I can make a filter and filter out the water out over there. Oh, man. My focus has been on the deck, because once the deck's completed totally, I gotta go up there and screw those in. Get the wall, you know, on the half. And once this is done, we can put those walls up in a day, then hit the 6x6 rafter, you know, and then wall it, which is kind of expensive. I just want to finish this. I mean, completely. It don't matter about the internals, because I'll be able to take my time once everything is structured. That's why I'm going to paint it. And I can paint it again, all right, with the Plexo. But I want to roll all of it out, see how much I get, let it dry, and then sit it back down. It's going to get rain on. I don't have the money for the tarps. Otherwise, I go and pick up the tarps. I pick up the little jib jab and you know, but I'm just gonna make sure stuff's treated, put stuff in the shed so it don't get wet. It's dry out here, even though it rains, so the mold won't come that quick. It takes a few days. I got to set up my hot tent tomorrow. I got to. I was gonna lay it out and see exactly. I'm gonna sit it right over here, not in the wind, because the wind, I don't want to be like I'm in the Wizard of Oz, Dorothy, you know, with Toto, and be over by the barn. So that wind can come ripping around when it rains. It's weird. But I'm gonna set it up right here where the tiki thing is. Yeah, that way, you know, and disconnect the electrics, so it doesn't have a problem with the electrics when it rains, because the water's gonna get in there. I ain't gonna tell you why, but yeah, it carried us through some very cold nights, some very hot days. Right now, there's no fan. You need an AC in there, man. That is straight. You want to lose 10 pounds? Come here for a week. Sit your ass up in there. We'll make sure you're hydrated, eating fruit. Your ass will lose them 10 pounds. I don't care. Facts. I was down there showering. I was like, looking at Russell, like, holy shit, what's going on? You know? But again, on a serious note, we have people, emotions and feelings. There's a lot of things going on, man. And you know me, I like to stay away from it, see it for what it is. Look at how. I like to look at the how as to why, and then, but how. That's, if you start asking how, things become more relevant. And if you're not too lazy and you want to research things and see all the information that pops up, because surprisingly, a lot of it pops up in imagery on Google. AI overview is just as stupid as Snoop's, but it has a lot of things. ChatGPT and all the other things tell you the truth about us. But if you look at some of the things going on and you follow how it got to this point, you're going to come across a lot of guys off of X information that talk about these things. And what you do is, if you've got the time, you research 4 or 5 of those videos. You know, Too Strong, they talk about a lot of stuff. The 2 Chinese cats, American brothers who, and the Korean guys, they hit on a lot of things, and they're really shook up what's going on. You know, we had this thing about, you know, we know there's Chinese agents that come here that work with the Zionists, because they're Zionists. It don't matter about them being Chinese, they're part of it. We have a lot of Chinese Americans that ain't with this shit. People who served. And, you know, it's obvious the one guy that became a Navy SEAL and an astronaut, he's full of shit. He bought into it because they were able to manipulate him and show him other things. You know, straight up killer, Navy SEAL, right? Doctor, MD, and he's all part of this stuff. If he was really about better, he wouldn't be lying, talking about going up in a spacecraft when there's something outside. But he's kind of safe in that vernacular, you know? I'm not saying sell out like some of these individuals. I only look at things. I was looking at the fires. Like, this is low. I was looking at the fires, and I was looking at the wind. Now you look at the wind direction, and you look at the fires, and then you say to yourself, why is the sky so milky? Well, then it goes all the way back to Gates and all these idiots, and nobody wants to see it for what it is, and everybody feels like it's normal. How? Well, you look at that, the key things that are beneficial to you, that may be informative, Google it, go to Yandex, whatever the fuck, whatever one you want, whatever platform you want to research, if that's what you choose, because they're looking at everything you look at. And if you're not worried about that, because you're just doing research. Don't mean that you have to speak on it with everybody, but you'll be amazed at all the stuff that you pull up. Amazed. I'm not amazed. I'm just like, it's not shock culture or therapy for me. It's like, okay. Oh, okay, okay, wow. And I say, well, I could talk about a few things. I'm not here to expose all the dumb shit they do. They expose it themselves. You know, they tell you in movies and shit. You know, they let you know, and then it's up to you. It ain't like you're gonna do a damn thing about it. Where did I put the sun's? I gotta put my little gun mine out, and I forgot about that. Make sure I got everything. Put that. There we go. Let me put that in there with it. The Velcro and the sticky part. Okay. There we go. But yeah, you know, on my Facebook account and Instagram, I share a lot of the animals, and that's the way they get you. The animals are going to come out. They always been there, but I'm just following the animal, all these groups for a long time, years, decade, over a decade. And I share them just to let people see the change and what's happening. Why are the animals doing this? Why is the animal that eats this animal caring for it? And it's not one, but there's thousands of it happening. Why are animals going to humans? And then it seems like it may be a threatening way, but they're signaling to them to help them. Why is it that nobody's seeing this? Why? No, in totality and in all truth, and I hate a lie, I don't really give a fuck. Yet, there is something unmeasurable that even I could not have anticipated. Even in my vulture and wolf-like, there are some things I just cannot, it's not for me to explain. It's for you to see it and not capitulate to where it gives you, it's got total control over you, but you see the little nuances of things that point in a different direction. There are people who were eating meat up to a week ago who are literally stopped. Now, the melanated people are very unaware of this. Our ancestors, and I'm going to say it again because I learned the hard way from them, did not eat meat. My great-grandmother, Regina Lee, didn't start eating meat until my grandmother started barbecue. Family reunions. She did not. They fucked the fruits and vegetables up because my aunt Cynthia is one of the only orphans alive that we took in my family. That was our way. Yes, my father's Chickasaw, his mama and grandpa, they took in orphans. We didn't have no goddamn slaves. We had some POWs. We were POWs at one point. I told you, my great Billy Fulton and James Henry Fulton were on that fake ass Trail of Tears. They were young. They went to so-called fake ass Black Wall Street. That was not the fucking name of it. It ain't black. And they got together and went up to New York. That's how I know the story of 5 of my grandfathers, and I've outlived each and every one of them. There was nothing to fight. Well, there was, but they were attempting to save themselves for and make numbers and a lot of things, and it didn't work the way it was supposed to. You know, there were old ways that my ancestors practiced. You know? Appreciate that, huh? It feels good in here. Man, my feet are getting cold. Okay, I'm not turning this off. Anyway, like I said, you know, I just wanted to see all of us move like a family again. All of us. I really thought, because I see things. My dream is the extreme. It's the extreme. It's about an end. It's also about how we live and some of the things that are never spoken and talked about. I hint upon these things. That them trying to get through the firmament, all the other stuff. There's some truth and then there's some fiction. And it's not the first time, y'all. But they found another way, and it's very destructive. They don't know it yet. Very, very strong. They don't have two and three. They only have one, and they're not going to make the right decision. That's what I'm attempting to prepare a few of you for. They're not. They're not. But they're happy as long as you're going ahead, living your life. America has this ideology that everything is going to pass over. It's not going to pass over. Hey DJ, what's up, fam? Yo, it's 100 and about 12, 13 degrees right now, yo. I'm in the AC. I'm about to go back in the sample thing because I like the heat. Don't get it twisted. And we got some steaks to cook. Last 2 steaks. We're going to be eating fish, and we're going to be hitting our diet in the way it should be. It's going to hurt my stomach a little bit, but it just has to be that way. I want to get this built up in the next month and a half, like, so I can say, yo, T, he's going to get his trail thing picked up. You know, I told him to use some wood, whatever, because it's all of ours. And we can get more. And let's go fishing, bro, you know, and do what we got to do. When I build this, first I'm going to go and see Omek. I'm going to hang down there a couple of days and stuff. Probably help him see kind of work he does, so that way I can get used to it. Talk some ideas. Check out West Side. He wants to go up. We have an outstanding shooting range in Page. It would be wonderful to see a lot of people join. And, you know, in Page, there were times I go out to the shooting range and hit like a few people up and be like 30 people. And we have a whole day with me, you know, setting out, you know, $500 worth of tannerite, blowing shit up, and fun times, you know. But and then practicing with certain individuals who are ex-military and keeping tied in and moving weight, you know what I'm saying? We should. And that's all just keeping up with the fundamentals of what you learn, you know. Can't stop a fucking drone, people. Well, that's what I'm gonna say to that. You can't. Y'all can't. A lot of people can't. But yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know that I may work on it a little bit. It's going to cool off in about an hour here, I think. About 7. Yeah, I've got a little bit of time, about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I can go ahead and cut some things up, so I'll probably record it and, you know, put together a little, you know what I mean? And then share that with you guys. I uploaded a video. I hope you guys want. I didn't put in members. I have a bunch of videos. Oh my God, do I just haven't really been uploading them because I want to make sure that the views are coming through. We have more and more people subscribing, but something's not right. But it is what it is. You know? You know how it is when you take a shower and my thoughts, they don't race. I don't race when I'm thinking. I'm looking at all these finite details of little things. And I'm like, you know, it's nothing wrong. Because there are times when I don't want to address stuff because I know I'll address 20 things. It's not a rambunctious rambling. It's a consortium of these things are important if you're listening to be able to put them together and then be able to convene with yourself and be able to convey what is stated. You know, I need some medicine, man. I don't have no more blunts. I thought I bought enough. I thought I purchased enough. I got a lot of medicine. I took 1 or 2 hits and I'm good. Because, like I said, my back is killing me. That's why I was showing y'all those braces. The VA's full of shit. I need to call the motherfuckers, but I don't think they have it good. They don't have nothing good to do for veterans. We're at that point when they want to get rid of everybody. You know, some veterans are overseas and they're sitting ducks to be hit and targeted and killed. And that's not me saying it. That's what they're saying. I'm like, well, yeah, it comes with the territory, you know? It's messed up, but it is what it is, all right? It really is. It's messed up, but it you know, it's part of the game. Let me dud this crap out. They're messing with the weed, these idiots. You know, they're too stupid. They don't know how to do anything and let shit be. It's just a bunch of dumb shit. All right, it's dumb, but it is what it is. I still can't see how people can sit there and smoke all damn day. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Someone say, well, you remember when you was young? I didn't smoke that. I mean, I smoked, but I didn't smoke blunts. Like, sit there, we smell the little joint, they call it. And I used to make the little half ones, you know, like the fat, like, and we used to get the Rasta paper, right? And a couple of hits past it, I'm like, yo, y'all enjoy it. I'm good. You know, especially when I was selling that crap. All right? Well, it was good stuff, but you know what I mean. And, yeah. Now it literally is a form of medicine, as it should be. But they do shit. And then the air quality. It's not like they don't know what can't. Y'all remember the Kingsman? The one where that woman was on that island or whatever, and she created the weed and the drugs that made everybody's veins go blue, and they had a certain amount of time they would start, their body would start, you know, consuming or whatever, and they throw up and they, you know what I'm saying? They put them all in these big cages, you know. Think about it. I'm just saying, don't meditate on it and don't give it more energy. Just think about it. You know what I mean? They'd have you think that they're great writers and all this shit. No, they're not. They're utilizing information. They're talking about things that may have been done, may be done, could have probably been done. All right? That one. All right? This is not me challenging them. Fuck it. You know, they have a choice to make. They really do. They're going to choose wrong. Otherwise, I wouldn't accept my dream. My dreams. Two of them, excuse me. What, I mean, what is it, what can be done? What can be done? I'm asking you guys, what actually can be done? And don't be facetious, don't just give out some bull crap. I mean, what can actually be done to persuade the indoctrinated mind to look at things with a totally different eye? And for them to be able to convene on the fact that it may be of their benefit. What can be done? I know it ain't for me to do it. I'm asking y'all because y'all might be, one of y'all might be the ones that do it. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We all are on borrowed time here. Absolutely. Absolutely. Bag of bones. The bigger the difference. Light equals death. Exactly. We all need to come together. The future. Absolutely. Absolutely. and windy here. 66 and windy. Oh man, it's 100 and it's still pipped at 113 now. It's crazy out there, boy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Man, it ain't nothing beautiful. That's for sure. Man. Be careful. Stay hydrated. If you're in the hot spots, stay hydrated. Get your sun. Get the vitamin D. I mean, think about it. If it wasn't for these jobs and everything else, and you were always out there playing as you did when you were a young one, how healthy would you be? You'd be able to be in this heat and it would be nothing. I used to walk around in 80, 90 degrees with sweatpants and a sweatshirt and a Levi jacket and Adidas shell toes, baby blues. I'm telling you the truth. And I look at every part of my social epitaph of existence. And I sit there going, damn, I used to do like that. Why did I stop? Because I was in AC, I was in people's houses, I was drunk and acting retarded, blackout drunk as I was. I don't even know half the crap I've done still. All right. None of that. No Diddy. And now they got everything just jacked up. Terraforming, if you want to utilize that term. But imagine always being outside in the sun, playing, drinking water from the hose. Well, I wouldn't advise that now. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta if I'm gonna filter water, I've got to grab the right containers. I've got to get some new duct tape. I've got to get everything measured up just right. Build a little concave holder. Go and see if, and some of the stuff that I have in my old toolbox, if I have things that I can utilize for the functionality of the hose and the water, get my activated charcoal that's made. Get the right sand, pick the pebbles out, because you gotta have fine coarse sand, you gotta have charcoal, you gotta have grass, or there's plenty of grass growing around here now. You gotta have the grass. I've used the mesquite leaves as well. They're potting and budding those, so we can use those. But then I put the lump coals as well as, you know, and then have the cotton. I don't even know if I have any cotton, 100% cotton. So on the bottom line, the top, and then have the water run through it 3 or 4 times before knowing, you know, if it's removing the fluoride, you know, certain things. It can't remove all the PFAS because, you know, that was made on purpose. I mean, they're really trying this board shit, board technology, you know. We're gonna turn you into the board. We won. You know, you'll have nothing and you'll be happy. We are the board. What was that? I get energy from the sun. You damn right. I hope so. I guess the fear. Oh shit, there y'all go. All right. It's cooking, but yes, the sunlight is beautiful. I can work all day. 1982. I move like I'm 20 still. That's good. And fasting till 3 p.m. But yeah, what is it that people can do? I mean, the enemy is not just everybody's enemy. The enemy is their own worst problem. They just don't know it yet. No, they really don't know it yet. All right? This damn water's cold. Red jay, blue jay, but a red jay, red bird. You like the blue jay? Just flew over. Anyway, I'm gonna shut it down. I'm gonna wait till it's about, I don't know, 6:57ish. I'm gonna come back out, and like I said, I'm gonna set up the camera. I gotta get the thing that's laying on the ground, and I'm going to record me cutting. I'm gonna get sandy. I'll just use the hose on the side and hose myself off. I'm gonna get sandy. I'm gonna get dusty, you know, from the wood dust, and I'll cut everything, and then I'll go live tomorrow AM And put the door together, probably flip it up to paint it. Yeah, you guys get to see all that. You know what I mean? Hey, always much love, sis. But I hope that you guys get something out of this. I know we still have a lot of people who have a hard time. People say, Red, you're a deep thinker. I cannot help it with the shit running around in my head, y'all. Shit running around in my vessel. I cannot stop it. And I don't want to. Not yet. You ever see the sushi bar, the little conveyor that comes by and it has your food that you ordered, like in Japan? Here it's just going around and around of stuff they prep, and you just grab what you want and you see, you know. Well, imagine that going like the speed of light, right? And there's like several layers of this shit. I'm literally, y'all have no idea, I'm literally doing like this. I can't even fucking explain it, yo. It's like y'all remember the video I showed you with all the children who remember past lives, their names, pictures, they point out things? I have plenty of those. Now I was thinking about putting together 2 more where it's like a series of like 10 of the 1.5 minute. So I might sit up in that heat if I don't sweat myself to nothing, and I might put a few of those together. I even have some magic videos, David Blaine and on, and it talks about demon magic. I may put a few of those together with little inserts. What do you think? I do magic too. I know, well, other than other magic, I do like little coins, and I learn how to hold stuff, and you know what I'm saying? Even when I turn my hand, you wouldn't see it because I know how to hold my hand. I know how quick to move, and how this hand can be a distraction when I'm doing something over here, and I'm saying now I'm going to flip this coin, and you see a coin, you don't even know if it's really real. And at the same time, I've done something over here, and then I make that whatever disappear. But I say, well, what I'm going to do is, and I go, oh, and I open it, you know, in the crevice, and there's the coin, and y'all, there's little things. Those are little things. Yeah, there's a lot actually. I don't play with that goofy shit, but it's awesome, and it'll be something where I put like a questionnaire. Do you think magic is real or not? Who do you think is doing whatever? You know, is it Japanese or Chinese? Oh my goodness. Las Vegas at the Magic, what you call it? Oh, there's so many of them doing it now. It's unbelievable. You know? People didn't know that Siegfried and Roy were Germans and they were homosexuals and they were married. I was like, how y'all don't know that? One got attacked, they both dead. They've been dead for a little while now, but I'm just saying, you know, and I also enjoy watching their magic shows, you know? I have the video of that attack. I don't play it. It's terrible. I probably, you know, I'm gonna get rid of it because I don't need to have that. They're gone. Like, see what I just, there's so much stuff. But I'm gonna put together a few with them babies. There's a whole bunch of them I got. These past lives. And it's, you want to sit there and think that the parents manipulated and told them something, but the parents had no idea these other things. I mean, it's amazing. One baby even goes, you know, and is talking about a newspaper that they don't, the parents ain't know shit about. A Gazette, Georgia Gazette or whatever the fuck. I have to find that one specifically. And he's pointing at a guy in the back row on a picture. And they start researching, and the baby says the name of this person. I'm this little kid walking around running 4 or 5 years old. And their parents is like, what do we fucking do? They're scared shitless. The veil, everybody's always talking about the veil being lifted. I don't think y'all know what's behind the fucking veil. No, I know you don't know. But I'm going to continue to read little things, puzzle pieces. You have to figure it out. And you all know this. I don't have to do it ever again. People can watch all the videos and all the going, the crazy, get all the emotional feelings until they break free and realize, wait a minute, oh shit, there's something here. I caught something. I know there are people watching because I go and I see the views going up on a lot of old videos. But these monkeys are fucking with it. They're not, you know what I mean? And not all of them are monetized. But you would figure that they would come to this point and they would hang around and see this. You know, we got somebody in here now that has a hard time hitting a like. I mean, you know, they just want to study it. I'm doing the study. I have no secret, nothing to hide. Nothing. I'm not here to stop shit. Nothing. But stupid will always do stupid shit. You know what I mean? The irony. The irony. But yeah, what's good or evil? Yeah, right? But that is also a demon, meaning God. God, like, didn't I already? Yeah, I already broke it all down, man. Unknown super factor, which can be either good or hostile. And it's always the both of them. You know, it's a manipulation of ideation because you see man walking around and woman doing good and bad things. And they attempt to lean on the good things they did to be a superficial way of saying, excuse the bad things. We can't do that. You can't. I refuse to do bad shit. There's no need for me to do it. But a lot of people just poor choice makers, you know? People have to have the will and to know that they facilitate their own drug of choice. You know what I mean? It absolutely all happens in life. That's right. Already, man, we're eternally bonded, beloved. You're goddamn right. You better not be. And if you is, and the fuck what? So what? God damn it. No, wicked ain't bad. It could be wicked. Could be with your significant other. It could be with your children and your family without harm, with purpose that is enlightening. Wicked could be, and you know that. Do I got a wicked sense of humor? Absolutely. You already know. That shit is wicked. You know what I'm saying? Dude, you see that, dude? Dude, he caught that, bro. It was right at the break, man. Yo, dude. Oh, my goodness. Is that a 10-footer? Dude, you gonna snorkel? Oh, man. You know what I mean? Man. Well, I gotta throw some butter in the skillet. And pop up a couple of steaks. That's it. Get ready for this long, hot evening. Well, cooling off, but it's still 130. Yeah, no, that's got to be wrong. What the fuck? It says 113 still. I've been in AC for a minute, and it's cooler in here. Yeah, it's right at about 78 degrees. There's 113. Holy shit. And you can probably take 2 slices of bread and some cheese, slap some butter on it, and throw it on the hood of your car. Clean it off first. Don't turtle wax it, all right? It ain't like you ain't got enough plastic in you already. I'm just saying. I'd have me some grilled cheese. But anywho, Today is the 19th. I looked. How many days are in June? How many days are in June? Anybody know? I don't know. No, I didn't bring it with me. How many days, guys? How many days are in June? You can look at your phone and see. Like, this should just go down the corner. Tap it and enlarge it. Yeah, I thought it was 29. Is it the leap year thing this time around? It's the 2025, right? I thought it was 29. Well, okay, it's 30. Okay. So I got roughly about 8 days, 7 days before I get paid again. Hopefully, T said it best, and I wasn't even thinking. The money, it might take 2 or 3 months before I even get that shit back. Because everybody's always scamming the banks and credit unions. We're at that time. My boy, he said around the between the 21st and the 26th, he's going to send me about, he said he's going to send 200. I told him to send what I gave him. He's out on his next job. He's going to be there 6.5, 7 months welding. I would love to be out there doing that, raking in anywhere from $30 to $45 an hour. But my knees swell up every time I've welded. Up and down in tight spaces, my back gets janked, and my wrist swells up. You'd be like, that's his kryptonite. No, it's just when I work, I push myself damn near halfway to so-called death. That's just the way I am. It's part of the indoctrination, but I like it. You know what I mean? And then I keep all my Navajo brothers from getting drunk, because they always, at the hotel, the wives ain't there. They go in, they get cases and liters of the good shit, and I'm like, oh man. And I know the third time I didn't drink. I had charisma. I was like, I ain't drink. Y'all drink, man. Fuck that. I got my man here with ice packs and towels, cold water, laying on the fucking floor with the TV on, letting my knee swell go down, my back, the ice pack on that mug, and icy hot, and I'm smelling like a liniment fucking factory, and and right back to clink, 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 just cutting through. Oh man. Oh. You talking about you know what I mean? 30. Hey, thanks, Gabe. Thanks, DJ. I got y'all. Appreciate it. But it would be nice to be out there doing that again. But I'm looking at Omex says he has some things where people probably need stuff welded and stuff. But I gotta make sure all the equipment, my new gloves, the blue ones, they're garbage. They're hard as rock. They're old. And there are things that I need. Let me see something. Hold on, guys. Is it? Let me is the tape on the back seat? I got a lot of bull crap in the back seat. I need to get it all out, because I need to clean the inside of this mother sucker out. Hold on, let me look in the back. In the shed, my other welding gloves, the second pair I had, they're in the shed. I mean, they're still usable. And in my welding jacket from the two of the companies that I work with, they're in there too. They're in the red one BDG, and then another one, the blue one. So when you weld, you want to have it on sparks and shit like that. So, or if you grind and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna ready to sign off. I'm gonna go in here, get everything suited up. The sun is like right there, and I probably need it's charged pretty good. That way I can go ahead and just cut some stuff, do a little video, or I may just wait until the morning and you can watch everything right from the get up where it's cool. It's kind of getting hot, And if you come in, just stick in there, guys. I need you guys to watch stuff from the beginning to the end, and then share it and comment. You know, it helps out a lot. You know what I'm saying? They lie about the views. Like last video was 300 something. I went back and looked, and it had all these likes and like 5 views. I mean, and that's not that's them. This is how dumb they are when they feel some kind of way. We don't like what he's saying and what he's doing. He's threatening. No, the threat is them. And they're stupid. They're not just marginal in their existence. They're a factor of the complete emulsified. I mean, the fucking pure. Hey, Max B, what's up, beloved? Make sure I can tag you whenever I'm sharing your stuff from you. All right? But they are just friggin' stupid. You know, when the Dalai Lama wanted to stick his tongue out the little boy and they caught it on film, they tried to clean it up. Now they don't even care. Yeah, he's a damn pedophile. All of them are sick and nasty. You know, they're the vision given to y'all to give you a false sense of hope, so you never look inside yourself but look out. You know? These bastards. And I say that because they won't do the right thing. They won't make the right choice. It's always going to be the wrong choice. Just trust me on this. There are things in this world that think they know you better than you know you. It's a lie. Because if it wasn't, they would allow you to become everything that you're supposed to become. That's going to happen regardless. But this is how stupid it is. It really, really is. Cowards never want to be held accountable for the dumb shit they've done. They don't want to release and open up. You see that all. The Epstein should show you exactly who your fake-ass politicians are. Hell, they probably got some in all of them. No, I don't give a damn. But, you know, I'm saying for those who do care. You know? Anyway, let me get off of here because I can drag this on for hours. I really can. I changed the date on that. I meant to change it. I think tomorrow at 4:30, 5 o'clock, I am going to talk about things that need to be talked about. I went to log into my anyway, I was able to log into it, all right? So I'll go ahead and set that up so that way we can all have a chat. I know it's gonna be hard. I'll probably sit up in here in the AC, and we'll talk for about an hour or so about this. Now, the rabbi's not here. He's not back. He's still alive and breathing. I reached out to a couple other individuals, but they don't want to do it right now with everything going on. It's not that they don't want to say something. It's just, you got to know the circles you're in. You know what I mean? And I told them, I don't want to blow the whistle on anything. Oh, that's been done. I just want y'all to talk about convey and who the American Negro is compared to all these dumb niggas running around. The ones that talk like they hate white folk, but they run with the professors and all and these sellout niggas, they run with their information. They made up shit. How you gonna hate my light-skinned brothers and sisters and you run around acting like a dumbass as bad as the motherfucking racists and they don't even get it? You dig what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah. You got a problem if a brother's married, a black guy's married to a white woman? I ain't got a problem for you crayon color motherfuckers. No. What motherfuckers are having better and longer relationships than mine? Most of you stupid motherfuckers can't get your shit right. Shit. You ain't got no damn problem with that because y'all still stuck in the suburbs and the ghettos and you're allowing dumb people to do dumb shit around you. So you're caught up in your feelings and your emotions. You can't see nothing straight. We done crossed that hump. Shit, we're standing at bigger mountains and shit. That most niggas are falling in the crevices. They're not coming up. God damn. I don't have a problem with it. I have a problem when they say they're talking about I'm a Jew. They eat pork ribs and everything. They're just living their life. Don't stop calling yourself a Jew. Stop saying Israel when that only belongs to one individual. I hate that term Israelites. That only means the successors are the seeds that come from the individual. But that's not who we are. We're more than that. You know? We are what makes the fucking religion and not the perversion. There's a lot of things I'm not gonna talk about. And if the world doesn't want to know, and they like to believe what they believe, then so be it. That's on them. You know? The air is so fucked up right now. For every one breath, you also be trying to take 3 or 4. Like this. Fully expel. Two-way becomes normal. Y'all don't see me doing it because you hear me talking, right? But I'm literally breathing a lot of oxygen. You're gonna get lightheaded. You're gonna feel a little woo-woo-woo because that other oxygen, your body's just not used to it. It's used to the like carbon. See, I did it. You can't hear nothing. You didn't see. It's just, I just breathe 3 times. You see what I'm saying? Do it. You know? Wim Hof it. Get you about 4 bags of ice. Get you one of them $55 ice tanks and jump your ass in it. Or one of them big ass 10, bathing joints. Just slide your ass in there. Just go ahead. Stop being so chicken shit. I was sitting there saying, I'm going to go into the sauna. And I was like, what the fuck is you talking about, Red? I was talking to myself out loud. The fuck you in the sauna? Nigga, this sauna hotter than that one. And no, it's not really, because it's moist, it's humid. But get the shit out the pores. But in here, nigga, I was dripping. I was like, let me come out here and get some air and stretch my arms out, flap my wings. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I'm going to take a shower. This is ridiculous. And I know I done said it 3 or 4 times. Let me get off of here, guys. I appreciate y'all listening to me banter on about a whole lot of somethings and nothing. There's some things I want to say. And someone say, well, you don't want to say it, but say it. Stop thinking you got control. That's not me wanting to say it and not saying certain things. It's your benefit. Fuck that. And I want you so bad. I'm not gonna lie. Some shit that if y'all shared, everybody and their mama would be over it. I'm not. No. No. Can't be second guessing myself. I know better. Anyway, let me get off of here. I appreciate you guys. It's time to go rub some coconut oil on my ass, and I'll see you guys in the AM, okay? Take 80 pounds of ice for a cold bath out here. 80 pounds. Shit, you go and get you 4 bags of ice. Goddamn, that chemical ice. Throw it in that fucking water. Climb your ass in there and talk to me. I don't want to hear about that 80 pounds, bro. Go get 4, 5, maybe 5 bags of ice. Get your little round tub. If you want to get one of them $45 ones. Throw that shit in there, fill that bitch up with water, get down in your swimming trunks or a t-shirt if you got to, because you worry about your gut. Climb your ass in there, sit all the fucking way down, and stay in there 5 to 10 minutes. Then talk to me. I know, bro. Hey, I know. I know what you're saying, bro. But I'm saying, just do it. Fucking do it. Do it more than once. Then come and talk to me. I'm not making it up, bro. You'd be amazed at how you feel. It was windy down there, and the water was hot, and then it got cold. And it felt so invigorating and so good. Oh, my goodness. And then hit your little... take it from there and hit that... But get your breathing so that way, You're not in a race. You're not attempting to complete the longest. And let it magnify. And then, allow yourself to be one with it. And if you want to ground yourself, lift your hands right up to their face and push down everything negative into the earth. Barefoot. And then when it increases and you do it over and over, it comes out like, oh. And then you increase your breath, right? And then find all the vernaculars that fit everything. And always end it with that. You're going to feel lightheaded. You're going to feel something. Goosebumps. It's different. 20-minute sessions. I have a still tub. The best feeling. 432 in the background. Plus the sunlight boosts your micro. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Hell yeah. Anyway. I appreciate y'all taking the time to listen to me. And there's other things I already showed with that before in the video. But I appreciate you guys. And I might go ahead and record, cut up some. I don't know. I want to work on it. Y'all know. But anyway, appreciate you guys. And this time, I'll see you guys in the end. All right?